In the ever-expanding toolset of these vibe coder tools that are out there, V0 is one of them. It's a AI code generating platform that you can use to prototype applications and various things like that to generate code samples and snippets. I used V0 to create this tool, which is to assess injuries and burns on the human body. What we are briefed to do is to actually create the part after an emergency happens where you have to fill in what's known as patient record forms. So there's an extensively large amount of information that you need to fill in for those things, and it obviously all depends on the types of emergencies. So what you're seeing here is, in the case someone's got an injury, I can fill this in, but obviously you wouldn't do this if it's a not so serious incident, if no pain was involved. This is a part of the patient record form where I need to record either the injuries of the person or any burns that they've got on their body. You can switch between the front and the back, and if I want to record something, I literally just click on a part of the body, and there's a bunch of medical fields that we've included here, from deformities to crepitation is like your sort of more standard fields to include. And then there are area specific assessments to do for different parts of the body. Like for chest here, we've got something like asymmetrical chest movement or paradoxical chest movement. If you click yes, you get a few other options here. Severity, let's just say it was moderate. And if we save injury, then it appears on the body as a red mark here, and an assessment is saved here. Now, traditionally, I would have never been able to create this application without having some developer knowledge, and I used V0 to generate this with just an input of what kind of application I want. I designed some of it first, and then I fed it into V0 and then gave it the prompt to continue. I drew the illustration for the body, so it didn't create that itself, but it actually was able to make like a stickman figure initially for a body before I improved it and did an actual illustration diagram that I could use. If you are doing a burn assessment for someone, you have to deal with what percentage of the area is burned. And so there's a slider here that I use, as well as something called the TBSA, which is the total burn surface area of the body. There's an entire table and diagram that goes into that, describing like what kind of contribution a TBSA is to the body. So if I say 100% of the left upper arm in the front is burnt, then that means the total body surface area that's burnt is 2%. And there's also severity involved in this as well. So you can see if I say save burn, it marks it as an assessment there, and it also has calculated the TBSA. If I add another one on the other side, same story, let's choose different severity this time. Let's actually make it superficial. And you can see that the severities of burns are actually differentiated by color here. And then the TBSA is calculated there correctly with the 2%. One of my favorite things about V0 is just to make it put information in. So I kind of just gave it a dump of text to reference, and then I said, make it look neater. And I like doing that prompt because it's easy, and also because it's very interesting to see how V0 can turn rough text into something that is clearly formatted and somewhat interesting looking.